Here we go. Here we go. There we go. There's the beer cam as well. Hello, beer cam. How are you doing over there? Let's get rid of you for the time being. Hey, my name's Steve Jagger. This is another BeerNative beer review. It is the advent calendar that I got from the House of Trembling Madness in York, a beautiful northern city just up there that has an incredible microbrewing craft brewery, let's say scene or even ecosystem. It's pretty incredible. So if you're going to get I thought to me if I was ever going to get an advent calendar from somewhere where I thought there would be a plethora of selection, the House of Trembling Madness is the place. So let's see what's going on. Yes, my reviews tend to come in weird, wonderful times of the day. This one's a little delayed more than normal. I had to do a Friday tech show just before this, and I was simultaneously watching the Brazil-Croatia game, which ended in tragedy and excitement at the same time. I'm not going to tell you the outcome because I'm not a jerk. And if you haven't seen it and you want to watch it later, I'm not going to ruin it for you. But I certainly threw a teaser out there, didn't I? Oh, yeah, I did. All right. Let's get on with this. So I've been away for a bit. I had to go to London, do a bunch of really cool geeky techie stuff, in my own opinion, if I do say so myself, which means I missed a few days. I did pull out number 7 because I was going to do it while I was there, and it was just, as usual, impossible. So day 7, if you must know, and you must, was this one. I actually quite like this. I haven't had it yet. Maybe I'll crack it this evening. The Happy Eagle West Coast Pale. It's just a 3.9% from Brew York, but do check out that art. Oh my God. That is hot. I really like it. And you can see Happy Eagle, a legendary bird named after the predatory flying creatures of Greek mythology, inspired by this bold and majestic creature. Our West Coast Pale is full of hops. Mouthfeel is rounded. It just sounds generally delicious. And check out the hop variety on there: Columbus, Amarillo, Cryo, Citro Cryo, T90, Simcoe T90. Like this is going to be intense, I think, to say the least, even if it's only a 3.9. So that's on deck. I don't know which one I'm going to do. So I've got that one. Let's go see what's in number 8 and number 9. Follow me. Back to the cam. Oh, I need the cam, don't I? Let's do that. Great. All right. Let's walk this way. Stop looking at my butt. Here we go. Yeah, there's 7. Oh, Little Mountains We Move. Cold fermented IPA, 6.4%. Verdant combined with Lallemand Brewing and crisp fine malt. A little bit of partnership there. That might be the one I do. But what I'm supposed to do is number 9, which is, a Donzoko. Dead Good Stout. Oatmeal Stout, 4.5%. How exciting is the Donzoko? Foamy beers for good times. I think I'm going to like the Donzoko. So let's not review it. That's boring. Come back inside. I'll leave this. Go down to the microphones. Get back to this one. Put you down there so you can see my ceiling. Get rid of that. Bam. All right. We are back. And we have a selection for review. I've never done this before where I had multiple options. Let me see. I have a comment. I am drinking day 5. Merzbeers, you're behind. But I do respect that you are here. And that is awesome. So if you have a comment and you're still watching, am I doing the Verdant Little Mendy yeast maker? Well, let's do this. You may be right. It says brewing, but maybe they do make their own yeast as well. I'm a little unfamiliar. Or do I go with the West Coast from Brew York? You can guide me if you want, and I'm only going to do one, and then the other 2 I will drink at my own leisure. Do a Verdance for us. All right, we're doing that. Mike Foster has called it before anybody else could. We're going to do let's just go over here. Little Mountains We Move, cold fermented IPA. So, has been confirmed by Mercy Beers that they're, but are you always partnered in a way with somebody who makes your yeast and your malt? Like, yeah. So, that's been the call. Let's check it out. Now, do we have any details on here? So, we've got a Citra, Eclipse, Strata, and Talus. In our cold, and then we are in our hot, we have Citra and Simcoe for our oomph, for our backbone, which to me sounds like it's just going to be really good. I think Strata's up there to be one of my current favorites. So I'm expecting a little bit of danky funk on it. I'm expecting it to be punchy, of course. And I'm hoping that for some reason I can tell that it's got special malt or special yeast. I don't really know why that is. But in the background, I am looking at Lallemand Brewing, so I can give us all a little bit of an education on it. So that would be pretty cool. In the meantime, oh, did I spell it wrong? No, it's Lallemand, not Lallemand. I did spell it wrong, but thankfully the internet fixed me. So when that comes up, let's pour it out and see what it looks like. This is, if you're watching this and you've seen me before, you probably know I am pouring this right over top of my laptop. It's a bad idea. But I do it every time, and at one point, it's going to get me the sack because it's a work laptop. Very straw, super yellow, like actually vibrantly yellow. I know to you, you're thinking, oh, yeah, it's pretty yellow. But I've got the studio lights blasting through it at me, and it's like bright, almost fluorescent, not fluorescent, but yeah, I have ruined one. No, not ruined one. I have destroyed the keyboard on my neighboring laptop doing that. But I managed to recover it. I destroyed the laptop and I cleaned it manually, and the only thing that died was the keyboard. So I got pretty lucky there. I have destroyed 2 laptops simultaneously trying to get wine out of France in a rucksack. That's a whole other story. Okay. Super citrusy. Crazy citrus. I'm not getting the sort of any form of dankness or weediness or grassiness. It actually tastes like grape. It smells like pink grapefruit juice. Wow, that's remarkable. All right. I was listening to if you're into a podcast called Infinite Monkey Cage. The Infinite Monkey Cage, it's got Brian Cox and Robin Ince on it. They just did their season closer, which is why wine tastes good or why wine tastes the way it tastes. But you can get a lot of information from that about beer as well. Like they're talking about chemistry and brewing and how 0.5% of what we really enjoy here is the sort of the unstable qualities of what we're drinking here. And it's like, it's amazing to think that, yes, all water, but how such a small percentage of what's actually in this glass is the nuance that we're really appreciating. So I didn't know that. So go check it out. It's episode 25 of the latest series. So I would say you don't want to drink this. You either don't want to drink this if you have a cold, or maybe you exactly do. I'm simultaneously contradicting myself there. Yeah, there you go. Mercy Beers just hit the nail on the head. So very much like wine, again, the yeast makes a big difference. The one of the ones I had out of I can't remember what day it was. I said it had like a Kvik yeast or Kvik IPA because that really overpowers it. So this is just intense citrus on the nose, but I get barely any it's all in the nose is what I'm saying. It's very lagery. Like the flavor, like those, so there's a real heavy hop. You ever have a heavily hopped lager? If you've ever done that and you're like, what's that mean? It's just brewed like a lager, and they just hop the living crap out of it, which they don't normally do. And actually, it's pretty good. I mean, in my opinion, I just don't see it very often. That's what that tastes like. It is super bitter on the front end, like a West Coast. It has, which is maybe that's the thing with the yeast. I'm still trying to load the Lalamand Brewing. Lalamand, Lal. Here we go. All right, I'm going to share. Maybe this makes me feel smart. Maybe it doesn't. So I said it tastes like a lager. And I got here, and the first thing was Lagering Methods Digest. I'm like, all right, so maybe they do yeast life. There you go. This is a whole other set of reading, so I'm gonna have to go in this, but do check it out. I'll paste this into the comments because I won't have it in the description. At least that will hold it for posterity. But yeah, I think Mersey Beers, you hit the nail on the head there. This actually is a pretty unique yeasty flavor. If it isn't brewed like an ale, it tastes like a lager. And it's a really nice, sharp, dry citrus lager with a really heavy pink grapefruit nose. Super unique. Once again, going to do the Verdance. Is that the one I did last time? Doesn't matter. It's a new chapter. I have to TikTok that thing. It's really good. So that is by Verdant, and Verdant is where I visited. You can watch my. I'm going to put it up here. Ding. Where are we? 11:59. The Verdant visit video that I did a few months ago, where I went and kind of looked at the incredible bar that you can go, the tap house you can go to. It was massive. I didn't have time, and I underestimated what I would want to do there. Bought a bunch of beers, reviewed a few. It was amazing. So if you do get down to Falmouth in Cornwall, you too can experience Verdant in the way I did. And you can do the Verdants live in front of them and perhaps get thrown out by security. One last thing. Oh, there you go. Mersey Beers. I haven't called him this in a long time. Mersey Beers is the beer whisperer. He always tends to watch the show and have some little tidbit of nugget of information that I didn't already know, whether it be from a beer mat or whether it be from tiny angels that whisper in his ear, or maybe he has a dual personality of some sort and a mental disorder where beer secrets just emerge in his head somehow. We don't know. Nobody knows. But it's always great to have him watching the show. And thanks to Mike Foster and whoever else is watching the show now and in the future. That is the end of this review. I'm going to give it probably a pretty high review because it's both unique and delicious. And that is the Little Mountains Remove by Verdant. That was day 8. I'm going to finish this off and get myself ready for the next World Cup game, which starts in 45 minutes. And I've got 3 beers queued up for that. So I'm actually pretty excited. Happy Friday night. Hope you have a great weekend. I will be back tomorrow with day 10, and I will do it as prep for the England v. France game, which will be at 7 p.m. my time. So I will catch you at 6 p.m. Saturday tomorrow to see what is in day 10. So far, so good. Cheers, everybody. My name is Steve Jaguar. This is BeerNative. Steve out.